Good morning, everybody. I got my coffee brewing over here. I cannot wait to pull it off there. It smells so good. A little hotter than usual, but that's good. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you guys about this morning, as usual because it's on my mind, is my movie posters. A lot of times when I wake up in the morning, I have a bad headache, so I'll take Excedrin, I'll lay back down, and I just have to lay there for a little bit until my headache goes away. Honestly, it only usually takes about 15 to 20 minutes, and it's funny because I'll lay down, my eyes are closed, and the first thing that happens is my eyes will slowly start to open. You know, without me even thinking about it or doing anything, my eyes just start to open, like that caffeine in the Excedrin starts kicking in. So this morning I was laying there facing this wall with my Titanic poster, and I was thinking about that poster there. You can see where the edges are torn off all around the whole poster. And I thought, that's kind of cool, you know, there's a story behind that. So my girlfriend bought me this poster years ago because I absolutely love the Titanic. I always have, long before this movie ever came out. It was a full movie poster. It's original, it's two-sided, it's one that was actually hung at a theater, which just looking at it on the wall, that really doesn't mean anything, but to me, I know that with this hanging in the theater, it was there with all the crowds and all the hype around the movie, so that's really cool to me. So the tagline on here, nothing on earth could come between them. Already that's close to me, because the relationship between me and my girlfriend, Virginia, that's honestly how I feel. Nothing on earth could come between us. Even my daughter says that if everybody's relationship was like mine and Virginia's, there would be no divorce in the world. I do everything for her, she does everything for me. It's just a 100% solid relationship. So when I first got this poster, it was in a tube, and before I ever hung it, I had it downstairs in my basement at another house I lived at that turned out to have a bad leak. The basement flooded, and one edge of the poster sucked up that water about 3 inches. I was not about to throw this poster away. It means a lot to me because it came from my girlfriend. So I thought, well, the Titanic, it's a disaster movie. It'll look cool even if I tear off the edges. So that's what I did. I tore it off. And then I had these curtains that I found at a yard sale. And if you look at them, you can see where it's like a gold batik. So I thought, well, that's perfect. I can put that behind it as a background, and that kind of matches like the elegance of the Titanic. So basically in the end, where I could have easily just cut the edges of that, made it look really nice, found a frame that would have fit, I thought this is so much better because, like I said, it's a disaster movie. When I tore around the edges, I purposely did not try to make it straight lines. I just let it tear wherever it was going to tear. So in the end, it's kind of like an artifact that actually came from the Titanic, and I think it's pretty cool. Next up is that E.T. one over there after I get a drink of my coffee. So tasty. Okay, we got a lot of reflection this morning, but that E.T. poster right back there, I bought it from a guy on eBay a few years ago. Now, it is not two-sided. However, the guy that I bought it from claims that it came straight from ILM, which is International Light and Magic, which is actually George Lucas's company that this guy claimed that he worked for, and they gave them a whole bunch of these original posters. Now, granted, George Lucas is not Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg created E.T., however, the two of them work together on tons of movies. So it's not totally out of the question that this guy's story could be true, but I like the poster. E.T. is the first movie that I remember seeing in a theater. One of our babysitters took us to see it, and I just absolutely love it. Favorite movie in the world. So in the end, I mean, I didn't pay very much money for it. I mean, it was worth it because I love the poster anyways. So, E.T., E.T., E.T. Okay, and number 3, hold on. Number 3 is Midnight Madness. Now, I have plenty of other posters, but some of them aren't hung, some of them are upstairs. But Midnight Madness is the one I chose to put out here, front and center, with the other one. Midnight Madness is a film from 1980. It's a Disney movie, and it stars one of my favorite actors and friends, Eddie Deason. Eddie is hilarious. He always plays like the big nerd in these movies. If you ever saw The Polar Express, he plays the kid who knows it all. In fact, that's what they call him, know-it-all. He's the kid who turns around, he's hyper, and he says, "Do you know what kind of a train this is?" So Midnight Madness, basically, if you've never seen it, it's a huge all-night game set up by this guy on a college campus, and it basically puts all these people against each other, kind of like it's a mad, 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 mad world. It's like a big treasure hunt. You've got like the nerds and the jocks and the outcasts, and they're all competing against each other to figure out these clues, which just send them all over LA trying to find this treasure. It's absolutely hilarious. Stephen Furst is in it, if you remember him from the movie Animal House. Michael J. Fox is actually in it. This is apparently his first live-action film. He's just a little kid, and he's kind of like the troublemaker little brother. But even in this, you can see that he has some real acting chops. But it's just an awesome movie. It's hilarious. We watch it constantly at birthday parties and everything. Midnight Madness. You gotta get it. So those are the movie posters I have up right now. And that's just what was on my mind this morning. You know, that's what I like to talk about in these shows. Whatever is on my mind when I wake up. So yeah, I would love to hear about some of you guys' favorite movies. You know, what makes them special to you, how they tie into your own life. You know, what was your first movie you ever saw in the theater? What's the first movie you ever saw alone? Which I can tell you for me was Karate Kid Part 2, which is not the greatest movie in the world, but I had such a good time going to a movie by myself in the theater that I went back the next night to see it again. And I actually have a sealed copy of that on VHS. So anyways, I love movies, guys. Tell me anything you want down in the comments below about movies. Make sure that you join me on Facebook at That Nate Guys and Gals, where we can have all kinds of different conversations like this. Make sure you subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Wherever you're waking up, whatever time it is, make the best of your day. Do something for somebody else, pay it forward, and let's make this world a better place. I'm gonna go finish my coffee, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.